welcome back to EnglishVerse. I'm your host, Miss Grace.
And I'm Mr. Clarity. It's great to have you here again.
Today we're going to learn how to talk about your lazy Sunday in English. Doesn't that sound relaxing?
It sure does. Sundays are perfect for slowing down, resting, and doing things we love. And today, we'll learn how to describe that naturally in English.
So, if someone asks you, "What did you do on Sunday?" you'll be ready with a smooth, natural answer.
Exactly. We'll talk about simple phrases, daily actions, and expressions you can use to sound fluent and confident.
All right, let's get started. Mr. Clarity, how do we usually start talking about a lazy Sunday morning?
You can start with a sentence like, I woke up late on Sunday, or I didn't set an alarm, so I slept in. The phrase sleep in means to wake up later than usual.
That's a useful one. Sleep in. Can you give another example?
Sure, you can say, I love sleeping in on weekends, or I finally got some extra sleep. Both sound natural and friendly.
All right. What about describing how we feel in the morning?
You could say, I felt lazy but happy, or I felt relaxed because I didn't have to rush anywhere. Simple emotion words like lazy, calm, relaxed, or peaceful work well.
Nice. What's another way to start the conversation about your Sunday morning routine?
You can say, I stayed in bed for a while, or I scrolled through my phone for a bit. It's very natural. Most people do that.
True. So, if someone asks, "What did you do first on Sunday?" how could I answer?
You could say, well, first, I stayed in bed and checked my messages. Or, first, I made myself a cup of coffee. The word first helps to start your story naturally.
I like that. It's like building your Sunday story step by step.
Exactly.
Now, let's move to breakfast. How can learners talk about that?
You can say, I had a slow breakfast. Or, I made pancakes for breakfast. Use simple verbs like had, made, or ate.
What if someone doesn't cook?
Then you can say, I ordered breakfast online. Or, I went out for breakfast with a friend. Very natural for city life.
And what about describing food in an interesting way?
You can say, I had some fresh fruit. Or, I made eggs and toast. You can even add feelings. It was delicious. Or, it was simple but nice.
That sounds easy. So, learners don't need fancy words, right?
Exactly. Simple and natural English is always better.
What's a good connecting phrase after breakfast?
You could say, after breakfast, I, and then continue. For example, after breakfast, I watched some TV. Or, after breakfast, I took a shower.
That's a smooth transition.
Yes, phrases like after that, later on, or then help your story sound natural.
Now, let's talk about relaxing. How can we describe lazy moments at home?
You can say, I spent most of the day at home. Or, I just relaxed on the couch. Words like just make it sound casual and friendly.
What are some common Sunday activities?
Watching movies, reading books, listening to music, or doing nothing at all. You can say, I watched a movie on Netflix, or I listened to my favorite songs.
What if someone wants to say they didn't do much?
You can say, I didn't do much on Sunday, or I was lazy all day. Both sound natural.
That's a good one. I didn't do much. Very real.
Yes, and you can add feelings, but I enjoyed it. Or, it felt great to do nothing for once.
All right. How about describing the mood or the atmosphere?
You could say, the weather was calm, or it was cloudy and cool, perfect for staying in.
That sounds peaceful.
Exactly. When you describe your Sunday, you can make it personal. Talk about how it felt.
Let's move to the afternoon. What do people usually do on a lazy Sunday afternoon?
Many people take naps. You can say, I took a short nap, or I rested for a while.
How about going outside?
You can say, I went for a walk, or I met a friend for coffee, or I went to the park to relax.
Can we say I chilled with my friends?
Yes, that's a very casual phrase. Chill with friends means to spend relaxed time together.
Nice. What are other easy expressions for the afternoon?
You can say, I watched some YouTube videos, or I caught up on a TV show. The phrase caught up on means to watch or read something you missed earlier.
That's useful. So I could say, I caught up on my favorite series.
Perfect. That sounds natural and fluent.
Okay, let's move to the evening. How do we talk about Sunday evenings in English?
You can say, in the evening, I prepared for the week, or I planned my Monday.
So it's like getting ready for a new week.
Exactly. You can say, I checked my schedule, or I packed my bag for work.
What if someone wants to say they relaxed in the evening too?
You can say, I watched a movie before bed, or I had dinner with my family, or I talked with my parents.
What about describing dinner time?
You could say, I had a light dinner, or I cooked something simple, or we ordered pizza. Simple and friendly.
I like that. So after dinner, how can we end the day naturally in our story?
You can say, after dinner, I went to bed early, or I stayed up a little late watching videos, or I fell asleep while watching TV.
That's so relatable.
Yes, these small, real life sentences make your English sound alive and natural.
Now let's talk about how we felt on Sunday. How can we express that in English?
You can say, I felt relaxed, or I felt lazy but happy, or I felt ready for the week ahead.
What if someone didn't feel productive?
Then you can say, I didn't get much done, but it was okay, or I just needed a break.
I like that. I just needed a break.
It's a very natural phrase. Everyone can relate to it.
What are other emotional words we can use?
Calm, peaceful, slow, lazy, cozy, recharged. You can say, it was a cozy Sunday, or I felt recharged after resting.
That's great vocabulary.
Yes, these words make your Sunday story sound warm and natural.
Could you give a full example, Mr. Clarity? Like a full answer someone can use if asked, how was your Sunday? Of course, here's a natural one.
I had a really lazy Sunday. I woke up late and stayed in bed for a while. Then I made myself some coffee and watched a movie. After that, I took a short nap in the afternoon. In the evening, I planned my week and had dinner with my family. It was calm and relaxing.
That sounds perfect. Short, simple, and natural.
Yes, you don't need big words, just clear, real sentences.
Can you give one more, maybe with some different activities?
Sure. My Sunday was peaceful. I slept in, then went out for breakfast with a friend. Later, I listened to music and read a book. In the afternoon, I took a walk in the park. At night, I watched a movie and went to bed early. It was a nice, lazy day.
That's another great example.
Learners can practice these patterns and change small details each time. That helps build fluency.
All right. Before we wrap up, what tips can we give learners to practice talking about Sundays?
Good question. First, record yourself talking for 1 minute about your Sunday. Listen and check if it sounds natural.
That's a great idea.
Second, use connecting words. Then, after that, later. Finally. They make your story flow.
And third,
Third, focus on simple tenses. The past simple is perfect here. I woke up. I had. I went. I watched.
so no need to worry about complex grammar?
Exactly. Speak naturally. Grammar will improve as you practice more.
I love that advice. So, friends, now you know how to talk about your lazy Sunday in English.
Yes. Keep it real, keep it simple, and enjoy using English every day.
Thank you for joining us on English Verse.
We hope this lesson helped you feel more confident and relaxed when speaking.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical English conversations.
And tell us in the comments, what's your favourite thing to do on a lazy Sunday?
That's a lovely question to end with. See you next time on English Verse.
Take care, everyone.